Often, as we're building up a project, we'll be adding many different types of file. And with these different types of file, then we'll be adding multiple files for each different category. It's not unusual that when you are building up a project to have 20, maybe 30 different photographs, and maybe the same for the amount of video clips that you've got. Well, as you progress with your project, then this can seem a little bit cluttered. So what we're going to look at in this tutorial is we're going to look at organizing all these different files into separate bins, as they are known, or as they are more commonly known, folders. So, to get started, first of all, with our few files here, well, I'm going to add to them so that we can build our project. And additionally, I want to remove the subclip that we created a few tutorials ago. It's not really needed at the moment. So I'll select the subclip number 1 there, and then I'll right click, and then I can drop down here and choose either remove from project or the option below, remove from project and delete files. If we select remove from project, then of course it's going to be removed from our project so that we can't see the reference to it any further. However, if we choose the option below, remove from project and delete the files, then that's going to remove it from your system. Now I don't actually need it, so I'm going to choose that second option there to delete it too. Okay, now I'll just click on my Explorer tab, and here we'll see all these separate video files, some of which have already been imported into our project. What I want to do is bring them all in. So I'll left click on the top one there, and I'll click on the bottom file as well to select them all, and then simply right click and roll down and choose Add to Project Media List. Now if you were quick enough, you'll have seen them all brought in at the bottom there, and the Project Media tab illuminates. Right, once I'm done, I'll click on my Project Media tab, and now we see all these video files just brought in, the existing photograph that was already there, that JPEG, and the MP3 audio file. Now we see all these, by the way, all categorized together because the All Media category to the left is selected. Now I'll just flick back over to my Explorer tab. Okay, so as a reminder, these are references to the video files on my hard drive. If I left them like this, then they wouldn't be in my project. However, we have just imported them all in. Hence, they now get referenced in my Project Media panel. Right, let's bring in some more photographs. I'm not sure how many I'm going to use, but I want to bring them all in anyway. So by clicking on this drop reveal button here, well, now we see these separate categories: libraries, videos, Vegas Pro 12, Josh, and video. Now I know my photographs are inside the Josh folder, so I'll select that. As a consequence, we now dig deeper into this Josh folder to see these subfolders. And my photographs, no prizes for guessing, are inside the Pictures subfolder, so I'll double click on that to open it. And here you'll see all these separate TIFF files and these JPEGs too. I'll grab my vertical scroll bar there to move down because I want to select them all. So by selecting one and hitting Ctrl+A, I now have them all selected, which means I can right click on one, any will do, but I'll choose the top one there, and I'll roll down to Add to Project Media List. Okay, all done very quickly. And if I flick back to my Project Media tab now, well, I can see all these different photographs by using my horizontal scroll bar there, and these are displayed as a list. But if I want to change this view, well, click on here. Well, you could choose details. I actually want to click on the drop reveal once more and choose thumbnails. And of course, we now see our thumbnail previews. Okay, let me just click back on the drop reveal there and I'll choose list. Okay, so at this position, we do see all the different types of media that we've brought in. However, this can be rather cumbersome, certainly if you've got a reduced screen size user interface, as I'm working with here. So if I want to narrow down or filter what gets displayed here, well, I would simply click on the By Type folder there, here to the left, and inside I'll see 3 separate folders, or 3 separate bins: audio, video, and stills. Now you don't need to try and drag and drop any of these photographs into an existing bin because this has been done already. For example, if I click on the stills bin, then we now only see these images, these JPEGs and these TIFF photographs. Or if I choose the video bin, well, we now just simply see the videos that we brought into my project. And of course, by choosing the audio bin, we see that one solitary MP3 file. Now, perhaps you want to create an individual bin in the bin above, for example, media bins. Well, right-click on it and then choose Create New Bin. Okay, now I'm going to call this Illustrations. Right, I can't spell, so let me right click on it once more and I'll go to rename and I'll correct the spelling there for illustrations. Okay then, so that's some simple organising or housekeeping, shall we call it, that we can do either at the beginning of our project or as the project progresses and becomes much more cumbersome because we bring in many different types of file, and of the different types of file we bring in multiple instances of them.